Welcome back again. In this video, I'll be dealing with steroid hormone signaling. Steroid hormones signaling is quite different from those of peptide hormone signaling. Steroid hormones are lipophilic or lipid loving, or rather I should say hydrophobic or water hating, so they can directly cross the lipid membrane very easily without meeting any resistance or any persistence from the cell membrane. So let's take a look into some steroid hormones. Testosterone, estrogen, estradiol, cortisone, cortisol, etc. are all examples of the steroid hormone. Testosterone is secreted from gonads, or rather it's an androgen, it's a male sex hormone secreted from the testis, or rather I should say Leydig cells of testis. Estrogen secreted by granulosa cells of ovary. Estradiol is a precursor of estrogen secreted from ovary. Cortisone, cortisol, etc. are these two hormones secreted from adrenal cortex. Now, let us get into the signaling pathway of steroid hormone. As I have already mentioned in the beginning of this video, the steroid hormones are lipophobic or water hating. In order to initiate any signal, the steroid hormones must first approach the cell. So it has to travel great distance, or rather small distance, or might be small distance through blood in order to approach a cell. We all know major portion of blood is water, or rather plasma, water. So steroid hormones cannot directly come and initiate signaling. So in order to do that, we need a special carrier protein which encloses the steroid hormone inside it and carries it via blood. At the time when the hormone is synthesized, it gets entrapped, or rather enclosed, in a proteinaceous sac or a special carrier protein. The special carrier protein travels through blood and brings the steroid hormone near the target cell and release the hormone. As I have already said, steroid hormones are lipid loving. It can easily cross the cell membrane. Another major problem that the steroid hormone or any steroid molecule which the steroid hormone face is the watery cytoplasm. So in order to avoid that, a special protein belonging to the class of, or rather the family of heat shock proteins, which has got a lid and an empty space inside it, entraps. Let's take a closer look. Entraps the steroid hormones inside it by closing its lid and carries it towards the nucleus and helps it to cross the karyotheca or nuclear membrane. As the steroid hormone crosses the nuclear membrane, it faces the same problem, water of hydrophobicity, as water is present over here. So in order to avoid that, we have got intracellular receptor protein which binds the steroid hormone via ligand binding domain. The intracellular receptor protein has also got a DNA binding domain with which it can bind to the promoter sequence of any transcribable gene. Let's take a look. if you take a closer look, you can see the pink portion over here is a DNA binding domain with which it binds one part of the promoter sequence. This hormone receptor complex serves as a transcription activator, or rather initiator, which initiates and forces the cell to transcribe an mRNA from it, the desired protein. As you can see, the signaling pathway for steroid hormones is not very complex. It operates via a simple mechanism and follows a simple pathway. Okay. Now let me explain you with the help of an example. Let's take example of this testosterone or estrogen, female sex hormone, which is responsible for the uterine events in females, that is maintaining the thickness of the endometrium walls. Now, I have already explained this pathway. It gets enclosed in heat shock proteins, enters, binds to the promoter sequence, mRNA is synthesized, and a protein is formed. Now, in case of estrogen, what might that protein be? What is the function of estrogen? It replenishes the vascular layer of the endometrium. So, in order to replenish vascular layer, we need a lot of blood or blood forming proteins. In other words, this hormone signaling initiates production of more and more blood proteins which can bind and stick to the endometrial lining and thicken it. Okay, that's all from steroid hormone signaling. Hope you liked the video. If you like the video, kindly share and hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon in order to stay updated. Thank you. Let's meet in the next video.